What's up guys? क्या हाल चाल? Today in this video I am going to talking about loops, the concept of loops in programming. So before that I am talking about the first if else conditional statements, something I have missed in the previous video. That is, you can see I have done this program also. Here I have declared a variable that is age, integer variable that is assigned with value 65. So first of all, if condition, then a if statement, then else if, then else statements. That is basically called a if else if ladder. Like something that is after if there is else if, there can be more than one multiple else if statements, and after the end there is can be else. But it is not necessary that else statement will be there. Okay, so else statement will be there. So something I am going to talk that if you have written if statements, it is not necessary that there will be a else statement. But if you have written a else statement, but it is most necessary that there will be must a if statement. Otherwise, it will give you a error, because else without if is not meaningful in programming. But if can be without else statements. Okay, so that is something. So if you run this, you can see the age is 65. So here in the output section, terminal section, there is can vote and a senior citizen is the output, because age 65. So first if condition will be checked. So age is greater than equal to 18. Yeah, age is greater than equal to 18. 65 is greater than equal to 18, and age is greater than equal to 60 also, and age is also positive here because 65 is greater than 0. So the if condition is true, so the if statement is going printed here, that is can vote and senior citizen. Okay, so if I change this, let's say that is 12. Okay, and run this, you can see output is can vote, because first if condition will be checked. 12 not greater than equal to 18, not, so the if condition is false, because and there is a logical operator. So anything that is 0, other can be 1 or something non-zero value, but and operator is here. So here the if condition is finally going to be false, and so if statement out will not going to be printed. Then else if condition will be checked, is greater than 18. Yeah, 12 is greater than 18, and 12 is also greater than 0. So else if statement is going to be that is can vote and not vote. So that is also there, that is cannot vote, and the statement is here. Okay, so after that you can see that, and then the else statement is going not to be printed because else is true here. So after the true statement, true conditional statements, the rest of the statements is not going to be printed. So I hope you have understood whatever I have tried to understand you. So let's go to the today's topic, that is the loops, concept of loops in programming. So loops is something that is basically used to repeat tasks repeatedly. Loop is something that is used to do something repeatedly. So if we instruct you to print a hello world statement, so what if I do? It is printf hello world, right? Printf hello world. Okay, but after that, if I told you that please print the printf hello world statement 5 times, you can say that yeah, I will copy this and going to be paste it. Okay, that is 5 times will be printed over here, and if you run this, you can see also that is 5 times hello world is going to be printed. But what if I tell you that print the hello world statement 1,000 times, 5,000 times, or 1 lakh times? So that will not going to be easy manually. Okay, so that's why the concept of loop is here. So the concept of loop says that if you want to do something repeatedly, then you should use loop. You should use loop. Okay, so here the concept is, so there are three types of loops say over here. That is the something for loop, while loop, and do while loop in C programming language. Okay, so for loop, do while loop, and while loop. Okay, so I am basically going to one by one to the loop. First of all, I am going to tell about for loop. Okay, so in the for loop section, Their syntax is like something, going to the VS Code. There for, okay. So their syntax is like something that for, then there is initialization, that is, let's say I am going to initialize I as 1, then there is a condition that is 5, I less than equal to 5, and there is a updation condition that is I plus plus. Okay, and in the every time I'm going to print hello world. Okay, I'm going to print hello world. So you can see over here. So if we run this, you can see the hello world is printed 5 times because I is from 1 to 5. Okay, I initialized at 1 value and going to fill 5 value, and in every times that is called a iteration, that is a, in every iteration hello world is going to be printed. Okay, so that's why here the loop is very important, because you want to print hello world repeatedly, want to print hello world 5 times. So here I have used the loops for loops, okay, to print hello world. Okay, so in each iteration is basically that in each time when I is 1, then you are enter the loops, that is hello world. When I is 2, check the condition 2 less than equal to 5, yeah, 2 less than equal to 5, that is true, so print hello world again. Then I is increased to 3, that is I plus plus, and 3 less than equal to 5, so that is also true, and print hello world again. Then I is going to be 4, 4 less than equal to 5, that is also true, and print hello world again. And I equal to 5, then 5 less than equal to 5, that is also true, so print hello world. Then I which going to be 6, 6 less than equal to 5, that is not true, so the loop will be breaked and the control will be in return 0 condition, and the program execution will be ended. Okay, so that's why the loops is going to be printed manually. I have show you, so that's it. So in the show you, so there is for loop, there is something that is initialization. Here initialization is I equal to 1. Okay, so I value I is going to be first of all in 1 with 1 value, so that is initialization. Then something is that is condition. Okay, so here the condition is I less than equal to 5 till the till the value of the I is 5, till the loop will be none. Okay, then something is updation. In each time there the updation, that is I plus plus means I plus 1. In each time um, in each time the value of I is going to be increased by 1. Okay, so in this way the loop is going to be printed, and over the curly braces, in between the curly braces, they are the in the for loop, they are the do something that is you are going to be done. Here I have done to print the hello world statements, so that is how the algorithm is basically, or the systems or methods of printing for loops is going to be here. I have shown you. Okay, I hope you have understood. I have also put an example over here so that you can refer it. Then the while loop. Okay, so now I am talking about the while loop. That is something in while loop you can see, so initialization is out of the loop. Okay, out of this parenthesis. Okay, in while loop. And as you can see in the for loop, initialization condition in between this parenthesis, then updation, then sorry, initialization, then condition, then updation. Okay, as you can see over here. But in while loop the initialization statement is out of the loop, obviously, in out of the parenthesis. In between the while loop parentheses there are the condition, and in between the curly braces the printf statement, the doing statement if you want, if whatever you want to do. Okay, and in between this parentheses there is also updation condition. So if I show you in the VS Code, so finally something that is initialization out of the while loop, then while keyword, in between the parentheses there is condition, that is I less than equal to 5, If I want to print a hello world statement 5 times, so then printf in between the parentheses, that is hello world, next version. Okay, and the updation condition also is there, that is I plus plus. It can be written over as I plus 1. Okay, so if I run this, you can see here hello world is printed 5 times. Okay, so that's why I hope you have understood the while loop also. And there is something that is also do while loop. In do while loop, a special type of loop that runs at least one time, because first do then while, you can see also in the name, um, first do then while. So at least one time it also going to be printed at least one times. So here will be a p. Okay, then check the condition. Okay, so if you write the syntax, so here int I equal to 1, that is also initialization in the out of the loop, then do keyword, then curly braces, then printf hello world. If I print hello world, then updation condition also in the loop, that is basically I plus 1, I have already told you. Then out of the parentheses, sorry, curly braces, they are in the while keyword. In while there is the condition in between the parentheses, that is I less than equal to 5. Okay, so if you run this, then you can see hello world is going to be printed 5 times. So I hope you have also understood the while do while loop. So this is the special type of loop. You have to remember that it is the special type of loop that runs at least one times. Okay, one times. Then so if you run also see you something other program, that is, let's say int equal to 0. Okay, and do printf hello world. So that is something basically, and then I plus plus. Okay, so basically here I is missing, I plus plus. Then in between the while loop, I have written the condition, that is I greater than 0. Okay, so after that you have to put a semicolon, otherwise it will give you a syntax error. Okay, in the do while loop, basically you have to remember it. So here first of all initialization I equal to 0, then in between the do while loop, they are the printf statement, that is hello world, and the updation statement over here, and in between the parentheses of while condition, that is I greater than 0. So first of all I equal to 0, but still it will run for one time. You can see hello world, you cannot what is happen. Oh, basically here infinite loop concept, infinite loop have happened because I have not put any base condition over here, because first of all I is 0, printf statement will be going to be printed, that is hello world. Then I will increased to one value, then 1 is greater than 0, they are also going to be printed again hello world. Then I is 2, then 2 is greater than 0, then again will going to be printed hello world, then I equal to 3, then also is going to be printed. Okay, so that's why it's basically happen. Okay, so this is the concept of infinite loop over here, but you should not run an infinite loop, because you have to be very conscious about it, because otherwise it will hang your machine. Okay, because the memory will going to be stored and can be maximum size. Okay, so that's it. That is the concept of infinite loop over here, why the accidentally infinite loop concept is going to be printed. Okay, also is clear to you. And so the condition is something, if I write over I equal to 0. Okay, so to show the functionality of do while loop, that is runs basically at least one time, so I have written a code over here, that is int I equal to 5, there is assigned to with the value 5. then do statement, that is printf hello world, and then I plus. If you run this, you can see hello world is printed one times. Okay, one times it is printed because I equal to 5. Here the condition is false. 5 is less than 0. That is not true. Here is condition is false, but after that control is come to over here in between the two loop. Here printf hello world statement is printed. Then I plus plus I is going to be 6. 6 is less than 0. That is also not true. So at least one time it is going to be printed. So that's why here the one times hello world is printed in the output section. Okay. I hope you have understand the functionality of do while loop. Okay. So that is the basically first special type of loop. So I have told you the three types of loops over here, that is for loop, while loop, and do while loop. I hope you have understood it. Then in the practice problems, there are 5 problems I have given you. That is, first of all, print a number from 10 to 1. So let's do it with me. So I will do it in with the for loop. Okay. First of all, a variable that is, um, let's say from 10 to 1. Okay. So assign with value 10. Then a for loop. Okay. But in for loop there is it is between the parentheses, right? So int I equal to 10, then the initialization already have done, then condition, that is base condition, that is I less greater than equal to 1, because 10 to 1 I'm going to print it. Okay. So then the updation condition, because the number is in decreasing, right? From 10 to 1, then 10, then 9, then 8, then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, then finally 1. So the here base condition is I greater than equal to 1, initialization from 10, base condition is I greater than equal to 1, and the decreasement is happening, so I minus minus. So in between this printf value of I, because percentage d. Okay, so percentage d backslash n, and then value of I, that is I. So let's run it. You can see over here that is from 10 to 10, 9, 8, 7, 10 to 1 is printed successfully. Okay, that's why the problem. Then going to the next problem, that is print your full name 10 times. I have already shown you the that with hello world statements. Okay, for 5 times. I hope you can do it. Let's try it, and I will definitely do it in the solve it, give the solution in the next video. Okay, so let's do it. Then try yourself. Okay. Then third problem, print the number from -11 to 11 using do while loop. That one is also easy. You can do is with for loop and while loop. But I have mentioned is especially with to do it with do while loop. Okay. Then the print the multiplication table of a number and the sum of digits of a number. So let's practice it. I will definitely give the solutions in the next class. Do it. Try to do it with yourself, and let's do it. Okay. So here the problem, that is from 10 to 1 number print with decreasing manner, that I have done with for loop, but you can do it also with while loop and do while loop. So let's try at home with to do it with while loop and do while loop. I will definitely be there in the next class to do it to show you. Okay. So I hope you have understood the concept of loops in programming, in the C programming. So if you have understood everything very easily, then you can hit the like button, and also leave a lovely comment in the comment section so that it can motivate me, and let's make content like this in future. Okay, so let's do a hit the like button and do a share with your friend. Okay, so that's it. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.